Hey guys, what's up? I thought I'd do a video on the 1910 flashlight here from Pelican. It's powered by one single AAA battery, and it is my new EDC light. I picked it up about 3 weeks ago, and I've been pretty impressed with it. This is replacing my very well-used 4.7's Quark Mini 123. I've carried this thing on me on and off for about 4 years now, so it doesn't owe me anything, but there is some features in an EDC flashlight that I discovered this was lacking that I really did want in an EDC flashlight. So I'll talk about those features in a second. This is going to become now my, I guess, backup emergency light. I'm just going to keep it in my glove compartment. But great little light here, but again, it was missing some features that I really wanted in my next EDC light. So let's talk about those things. First off, there's 3 of them. The first off was a clicky switch. Having a twist on and off light isn't bad. I mean, there's pros and cons to it. One of the pros is that it keeps the light compact because you don't need an extra little section for the clicky cap. But it's something I'm willing to sacrifice because I think the clickies are just a little bit more convenient to use one-handed. So that was one feature. The second thing was a pocket clip. This one was obviously free floating in my pocket without a pocket clip, and you can see it got really dinged up from that. I mean, just regular use also, but pocket clip for sure was another thing I was looking for. And the third thing was a more easily available energy source. So this guy here is powered by a CR123, which are great power sources, but they're more expensive than I would have liked. I mean, there's, again, a lot of pros to using CR123s, but with an EDC light that I turn over the batteries in so often, I wanted something a little bit cheaper. So AAA battery here, obviously super cheap and super easy to find. So those were kind of 3 things I was looking for in a new light, and the Pelican 1910 here checks off all those boxes. So speaking of boxes, I kept this one just to show you some good information that was on it. That is the high rating. Now this is a little bit deceptive because the 4-hour runtime is not in the high mode, that's in the low mode, and this little chart here breaks it down really well. High mode 106 lumens, low mode 21 lumens, totally adequate for my personal EDC chores that I need a light to do. The run times respectively are right below that, so 2 hours and 30 minutes is very good for a AAA light at 106 lumens. I guess the other important part to note is the Ipx8 rating, and that's your standard ANSI rating, so good to see that it can basically hold up to anything I would need an EDC light for anyway. Looking at the light itself, of course, you have a full anodized aluminum body. The head section here does not screw off, it's machined into the body, so there's no maintenance at the front end whatsoever. Reflector is nice and smooth, so there's no texturing on the reflector whatsoever. It gives quite a bit of throw for a AAA light. Pretty punchy at 106 lumens, again, more than I need for EDC. A lot of the times I'll use it in the lower setting. A stippled or textured reflector usually disperses the light in a more flooding type manner, which is great for people with specific tasks, usually up close tasks they may need light for, but I like a little bit of throw in my EDC lights, so I don't mind that. Of course, you have the pocket clip I was talking about. By the way, the lens on this I believe is plastic. They don't mention anywhere that it's glass, so I'll just assume it's plastic. Pocket clip here was the one thing out of the box I was not super impressed with. This little lip up here, for all intents and purposes, was basically lying flat against the body of the flashlight when I got it out of the box. So I just used a pair of pliers and scooped it up a little bit, bent it up about 3 millimeters, and really easy to do. I kind of scratched it a little bit, but it's much easier now to get it in the pocket with one hand. The material doesn't bunch up, it kind of just slips right into the pocket clip now. Pocket clip is good tension. It's kind of just painted so it does wear a lot faster than the rest of the light, but not too bad. Again, it does work really well. The tail of the light here does screw off, of course, to expose the battery when it needs replacing. Comes with this Energizer battery, so it's nice it's not just some no-name brand. And the threads look to be pretty deep, so cross-threading is probably not going to be an issue. Now those threads are a little bit dirty, I should probably clean that up, but that's fine for now. So good little light here. The Clicky Cap on this light is very nice. It feels of quality, and it does have momentary on too, which is pretty awesome for a cheaper light. Yeah, it feels nice. There's enough travel where you won't accidentally hit it into constant on by accident. You really got to depress it all the way. And the user interface on this is also really straightforward. There's only two modes, high and low. It always turns on to the high 106 lumens. And if you want to get on the low, of course, you just double tap like most lights. And this is the setting I'll usually use it in, 21 lumens, perfectly fine for most EDC tasks for me. So usually I'll just double tap it as soon as I need to turn it on, or if I need a little bit more light, of course, you can use the brighter 106 lumen rating. And that's quite a bit of light for a AAA battery. There are other lights, of course, that are powered by AAAs that have a higher light output, but this one kind of hits a sweet spot in terms of light output and run times. So some of the higher, 180, 200 lumen flashlights with a AAA only have a 30-45 minute runtime on that. So this guy is an awesome light for EDC. I'm not going to talk too much more about it because it's pretty straightforward, but if you're on the fence about the Pelican 1910, it gets a big thumbs up from me personally. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.